So off center today. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Tings, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the spicy Pisces. Pisces, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Pisces as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. Pisces, I am sorry I've been behind. It's never nothing personal when I don't post a sign as quickly as you want to see. That's why I mention all of those other signs. So you can literally go watch your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your north node, your south node while you're waiting on me. Because I got a life. I got health problems. I got friendships. I got all these different things. Okay. So sometimes I forget, or sometimes I'm a little bit delayed. But just be patient. It's just me. It's just me doing these readings. And I got a whole bunch of other platforms I do stuff on too. So again, I appreciate y'all's patience and waiting on me. I'm actually getting done with the readings earlier than I usually do. So that's an accomplishment. So I got Pisces and I got Aries. And then we done with November. Then I'm taking a break for Thanksgiving. So let's get into y'all's reading. Pisces, sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, south node. Stop looking for love in the trash is the very first card we got. Oh, there's like a glare in my camera. Ooh, I don't like that. Because I probably needed to wipe it off. But that's kind of cool. Like, look. You see, I don't know if y'all can see. Stop looking for love in the trash. You're not ready. You're not ready. What are you not ready for? You're not ready for... What is Pisces not ready for? What is you're not ready in regards to? You're the problem. What did y'all do? This is the reading y'all wanted. This is the reading y'all was begging me for. And this is, y'all are getting dragged. You're the problem. You see I'm not picking these cards. They picking themselves. Okay, so over here we got abundance flowing in and then big D energy. So that's, aside from the point. Let's focus on this right here. So first we got stop looking for love in the trash. Boom. We got you're not ready. Boom. We got you're the problem. So a lot of you are, wanting a certain type of relationship, or you're wanting certain connections in your life, whether that be friends or romantic, but you keep on doing the same thing and expecting a different results. So you're the problem in that case, where it's like you're saying you want this and that and you want something. I don't know what it is you want, but you're not ready because you're not changing something within you, or you're not doing anything different, or you're still looking for the same types of people. And that could be something that comes from a subconscious level where you keep on looking for people that mirror your past or mirror your parents, or that are not healthy. Like there's some real inner work you got to do. So it's not the other people's fault. Like, yeah, other people play a part in like hurting us or, doing whatever they do. But we have to also look at ourselves. Like, what role am I playing in this? Have I been entertaining these people? Have I been just looking for the same types of people, chasing the same types of people, unavailable people, toxic people, abusive people, whatever. All right, Pisces, let's go. What is Pisces not ready? Why you're not ready? What are they not ready for? Just yet, you're not ready. What are they not ready for? If you got Libra placements, this reading probably is very confusing, because in Libra reading, I was telling them, oh, you guys let opportunities pass you by because you wait too long. This one is very much the opposite, where you're not ready yet because there's still some inner work you got to do first. What is Pisces not quite ready for yet? What is Pisces not quite ready for yet? Yeah, they will reach out. Addiction or codependency. What is Pisces not quite ready for yet? I'm hearing like you got to deal with the root. You got to deal with the root Unfinished business is at the bottom. You got to deal with the root of the issue. Pisces, a lot of you literally go from relationship to relationship, friendship to friendship, job to job, home to home, location to location. And you're literally, all you're doing is accumulating this baggage, accumulating this pain, accumulating it. You're not doing anything to transmute it like you think you are. And so therefore, it doesn't matter how many times you start over with a new person. It doesn't matter how many times you start a new job. It doesn't matter how many times you move homes. All that is following you. For some of you, it's guilt. It's guilt about maybe the ways you've hurt people or the way people have hurt you. It's like you shame yourself and you carry that into your next relationship, and therefore it comes out, it projects, it's in there, right? You carry these addictions with you, this codependent behavior, instead of reflecting on what the previous relationship has taught you, or how it has hurt you, or what you need to do different for the next one. It's like you just take that and you're like, yep, that happened, so now we're going to keep on moving forward. But that baggage, it doesn't matter where you run to, it's still going to follow you until you deal with it. And that's why saying you're not ready for something entirely new just yet, or you're not ready to jump into something else, or you're not ready for another relationship, because there's still things that you have not dealt with, despite you being away from it, or there's time apart from it. Something kind of brings it up and re-triggers it, and you're like, instead of dealing with it, you might run away from it, you might escape from it. Pisces is the sign of escapism. Okay, Virgo is that sign of, we escape into the real world. Virgo Pisces axis, the axis of fantasy versus reality, or subconscious versus conscious. So Virgo has a hard time sometimes being present. We escape into other people's lives by helping them and healing them and fixing them. We escape our own problems. And Pisces, you can escape into yourself by, you push away the real world problems and you hide in yourself. Virgo hides in the out world. We hide out here in the physical plane. You guys hide within. So therefore, it's kind of like you have to look at where you've been hiding instead of fighting. Fight for it. You have to fight for it. Some of you need to be fighting more for yourself, fighting more to break an addiction or a codependent pattern that you have on certain types of people or substances or something like that. Okay. Let's see what else we got for Pisces. Tell us more for Pisces. You're the problem. Where is Pisces becoming the problem in their lives? You have rest. Where is Pisces becoming the problem in their own lives? Therapist. Either you maybe need a therapist or you are the therapist friend. Tell me more about where Pisces is becoming the problem in their own life. All right, so we got hidden enemy. We got self-love. We got rest. Some of you need more rest. You got to take your time. Letters in name, R, K, I, or J. That can be letters in your name. Like I said, some of you do need therapy, where you need to have somebody that you can lean on to counsel you, or maybe you need to practice more self-love type of acts. So self-love is not spending time alone. A lot of people say, oh, be by yourself. You need to be by yourself. You need to be by yourself. Some of you are always by yourself. Some of you already are always alone. So it's like, okay, I do that anyway. That's not what self-love is. Self-love is an act of respecting yourself. It's an act of being loyal to yourself. It's an act of doing things that you want others to do for you. So if you want other people to commit to you, you want other people to be loyal to you, you want people to be honest with you, you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with how you feel. You need to be honest about what makes you feel good. You need to be committed. When you make a commitment to yourself, you make a promise to yourself, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do more of that. Stick to it, because you want somebody else to do that with you. You want somebody else to follow through with their promises, their commitments, their honesty. So you have to give yourself that. Or, if you're like, I don't want to allow myself to be used anymore or walked all over anymore. You make that commitment, and then you continue to let people violate your boundaries. Well, you're breaking trust with yourself. How can you trust anybody if you don't trust yourself, right? You're like, I don't even trust myself to not break my own boundaries. So how can I even believe you won't? Hello. Hello. So, what's the advice here before we get into the tarot? What's the advice here for the tarot? What's the advice here for the tarot? What's the advice we got here? What is the advice? Okay. So, before you start to just be like, okay, I just need new things. I'm just ready to start new, start over, start fresh, start over. And, you keep starting over, you keep starting over, you keep starting over, you keep starting over. What did I say? It don't matter how many times you start over if you're not dealing with the root of the problem. You're not dealing with the shame, the guilt, the rejection, the addiction, the codependency. It don't matter how many times you start over. It don't matter how many new people you meet. You can meet a million new people. The same baggage is going to be following you. The same guilt, the same shame, the same hurt, the same pain, the same blame, the same game. This ain't no rap. This is real life. Pisces. Spicy. All right, for real, y'all. But seriously, you have a lot that you can work with right now. You don't need to keep on starting over. You're thinking the problem is, oh, I need something new. I need to start over. I need to start fresh. I need this. Okay, but there's some things that you're overlooking in your current and existing relationships. You have friendships. You have reconcile. You have stable. And I talked about this before. In your last reading, I was like, some relationships are worth reconciling with. The ones that they're not bad, they're not toxic, they weren't unhealthy. Maybe there was just a disagreement, or you weren't seeing eye to eye, or there were some things that you should have said more clearly, better boundaries, maturity, whatever. You don't need to keep starting over. You're not ready for what you're really asking for. That's what it's saying. You're not ready for what you're really asking for yet. You still have these friendships that are rocky. You still have these existing relationships that are not stable. You still have people that you are able to try to build a solid foundation with, right? And do things the correct way, or maybe in a new way, and start fresh, start strong. You're still not dealing with the rejections that you felt before. And it's like just starting these new things, or starting over, or leaning into new people, new stuff makes you feel better, because you're running away from that feeling of rejection. You're running away from that feeling of shame, right? Small business. There's more you need to pour into your existing business before you start another business. You're not ready to get new things because it's going to keep ending up the same, because you're not dealing with what's going on in here. You're not dealing with the real root of the issue. So you don't need anything new right now. You're not ready for anything new yet, because it's going to turn out the same way, because it's something internal that you're not understanding yet, or that you're not fully grasping, or that you're not fully processing. It's like, in order to escape the last thing, you go escape into another thing, and it just keeps on building up. It keeps on accumulating. It keeps on following you. And you're wondering, why does this keep happening? Why do things keep turning out like this for me? Well, it's a karmic cycle. It's going to keep happening until you face it. That is how the energy works. You have to face it, Pisces. This is the reading y'all wanted, though. Oh man, this is a good one. 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 All right, what's coming towards Pisces right now? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We got to work on these relationships. We got to work on it. We got to put that effort in. We got to stop, running away. We got to stop giving up. We got to stop. What's coming towards Pisces right now? Everybody always wants a fresh start. This is a little bit similar to what I was telling Libra, actually, because, I was telling Libra that things are not always going to be easy. The maintenance of a relationship or a job or a new situation is more important than actually getting it. If you get it, that's just the prerequisite. It's in your life. It's in your lap. Now, what do you do with it? That's where we get stuck. That's where we give up. That's where we're like, oh, that's too hard, too much work, done with it. So there's some stuff here you've given up on, or you've realized that you run away when things get hard, or you get scared, or you're not consistent, and you're like, man, I gotta change my ways. I gotta change my habits, because when I change my habits, then I become more aligned with people that are good for me, that are right for me. Because if you're not in alignment, You're going to meet people that aren't in alignment because it's a mirror. It's a mirroring situation going on. It'll be nearly impossible for you to meet right people for you if you're not right within yourself. And if you do meet the right people, you're going to push them away. You're going to reject them. That's how that works because you're not in alignment. Anything else for Pisces? This the realest reading I ever done. The realest reading I ever did for Pisces. 6 of Cups. A lot of past relationships, like I said in the past reading, there's still room for them to be repaired. Not every single relationship that you've ever had in your entire life is beyond repair or is one that was so broken where it was so toxic that you don't need to, go back and revisit it. Or even if you don't physically go back and revisit where you went wrong or where they went wrong or what you could do differently. Use it as an example for you and to heal and make amends with that and say, okay, I messed up with that one, but I got it on the next one. Anything else? I just see a lot of y'all keep starting over. You keep running to the next thing, thinking, okay, this is going to be different this time because I've started over with a new person or a new situation. No. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to do the human design portion now because I know I've missed that a few times. So first thing I'm getting here, advice. Okay, for 7 of Swords. For projectors, if you've been in those positions where you always end up bitter, you always end up resentful, you always end up angry because you were, whether consciously or subconsciously, chasing people that did not recognize you. They did not invite you into their lives. They did not give you that what you wanted to be seen as, or you tried to initiate a relationship, right? You just rushed on in. Or maybe you're in a place of low self-worth at the time, and so therefore you were looking for people to validate you, looking for people to make you feel good and feel great, instead of you giving yourself that first, and then other people giving it to you is just icing on the cake. It's not the whole cake. Okay? So a lot of you are going to be seeing where, I see where I was a little codependent or desperate for people's validation and attention, and when I wasn't always getting it, maybe I ended it, or I ended up resentful because I should have been with people that already appreciated me. Not that I had to work for it, that I had to earn it. You don't have to earn stuff like that. People just want to do it. They just want to do it for you, right? If you're a generator, Pisces, a lot of you may be seeing where you tried to keep on fighting for people that you were frustrated with, and you chased them. But you weren't satisfied in a relationship, but you were staying in them to prove something to yourself or prove something to somebody else, right? But they weren't exciting to you. They weren't satisfying to you. And then you ended up like just continuing to go after these people that you don't really like. You don't really feel excited about. You don't really feel that passion, that fire, that oomph. And you're just like, why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep dealing with these people that I really don't care about, don't really like that, don't really... they're not giving me what I'm looking for, or even abandoning people that did actually excite you and that scared you because you're like, I don't want to get too attached. That's self-sabotage, right? Before you can get hurt, you leave. Same with if manifesting generator, that applies to you too, everything I said. But with you along with manifester, it's important that a lot of y'all recognize where you did not inform people about what your needs were, and you expected them to read your mind. You expected them to tell you or do things for you that you would do for yourself or you would do for them. And you can't live like that in relationships. Real relationships require a certain level of transparency and directness and assertiveness and honesty, because we're not supposed to read each other's minds. Okay, that comes from a place of trauma, trying to read people's minds and motives. So looking back, looking to where you should have spoken up more about what you wanted or what you didn't want, instead of assuming that they were going to just get it. And if they didn't get it, that meant they don't care. And maybe you cut it off before you gave anybody a chance to actually know what you want. Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair in a relationship, to not give people a chance to learn you and then just say, oh, well, I'm cutting them off because they didn't give me what I wanted. But did they even know? And if they did know, then, you did the right thing. Because obviously, if they can't do it or they don't want to do it. But if they didn't know, go back and look at those relationships. Not everybody knew. I can guarantee you, not everybody knew exactly what you needed or what you wanted or how you wanted it. Okay? We're all different. And then if you're a reflector, same thing with you and projector. A lot of you became disappointed over and over and over and over, and you keep going towards these people that are the same. Maybe they're the same for the masked personality you showed, not the new versions of people with your authenticness and your diversity and your fluidity. Some of you mask a lot, and you just mirror what people want. But you have to try your best to be as authentic as you can up front and not be like, okay, I'm going to just be who these people want me to be. And then I'm going to end up disappointed because I feel invisible. I feel like they're only seeing themselves. They're not seeing me. Right? So we got to go backwards here, Pisces. We got to go back and work on these things that are existing within us before we go to the next level. And the same pattern repeats because you got these things you got to work on inside. So that's what you got, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so this channel can thrive. This was a juicy, juicy reading. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.